Sandro Piovesan here from the silo at the magnificent Hunt Hill Farm. And yes, look through this window and tell me if it isn't magnificent indeed. Oh my God, this place is so amazing. I feel so blessed to wake up here every morning and see, you know, different things happening all the time, from animals playing outside to this beautiful snow falling. We're kind of missing it. I mean, I was. Look, wow, this is so beautiful. I mean, this is the big window from the kitchen here at the 1836 barn, Ruth and Skitch Henderson's home. Oh, you gotta come here to see it and feel it. Most important question of the day: how are you feeling? Are you ready? Are you inspired? Are you excited to make today the best day of your life? And tomorrow and all the other days to be even better? You working on it? Getting there? Maybe all you need are some tools, some connections, little help here and there, right? Life is so awesome, and our living can be so interesting, fascinating, and rewarding. And believe me, that for me to be saying this today, it took me at least 3 decades to arrive at this kind of conclusion. If you have been following my page, you know that I share the truth of what happened in my life. Right? I share my truth, the things that happened to me, how I dealt with it, the things that came with life, and the stuff that happened due to consequences of the choices that I've made. But I only talk about my life, my things that I can own and I can validate. So we keep it simple. And I want to also thank everybody that has been, sharing ideas and thoughts and helping me build this channel and find joy in doing this. Because as I explained before, I try to do the videos now, walk my dogs, and do some other things. They're a part of the me time, the time that I took for myself. Because I am workaholic, right? I know that. And trying not to think of work all the time is a challenge. The same way, I'm a stress eater. So I have to control myself in the things that I want to eat, because I don't just eat one or two. Like now, I just discovered something new. Is some I'm crazy about cheese, especially like burnt cheese. Oh, it reminds me of Greca. If you've never been to Greca here in New Milford, oh my God! On top of the fact that Dino is an awesome guy with a big heart. If you like cheese, order the Saganaki. It's a cheese that comes in, has a nice texture, but it's burning, literally on fire. Whew. Even when Lay's potatoes did that campaign to suggest flavors, I suggested the burnt cheese flavor. And now I found in a supermarket little things called Asiago bites. Ugh, I'm getting addicted to this thing. I try not to buy them because I can't just pick one. I have to eat the whole package. All those little chocolates, like the Kinder Bueno mini stuff, I eat the whole package. I open them all and I keep waffling down. So that's me. That's how I behave in certain things. So with the work and the eating. Hey, right? So today, as every other day, I'm picking, random thoughts from my book. And I was scrolling up and down. I go and close my eye and I scroll, and I fall into a page to pick that message, to pick that sign. And this little one came. So I'm going to read now and we go from there, because I thought, it's the title of today. My thought of the day is this: be truthful and always believe in the truth, and you will never be ashamed of who you are. Simple, right? And I was writing this stuff back in 2003 when I had a very popular uh, social networking site. And every morning I would write what I was feeling, what was in my head. Like I do here in the videos, I talk about the things that I feel when I wake up. And what, 5 weeks ago or six, I was, browsing through some files and I found this collection of thoughts, which I was putting together as a book. I'm sharing here with you. Be truthful and not be ashamed of yourself is so important for help build who you are and how you position yourself, how you behave, how you present yourself, all of this. Because if you're ashamed of who you are, or the choices that you made, or the behavior, or it doesn't matter, or things that are happening to you that doesn't allow you to really feel proud of yourself, to really put yourself out there as you know secure and truthful, open. I suffered so much with that because for so many years I couldn't stand up for myself. I couldn't really be proud of myself or even accept who I thought I was because I've done so many things, a lot of wrong things, a lot of hard things. But even though many of the super hard and wrong things I've done, well, let's consider it this way. Society consider they're wrong because, if you're on this side where everything is nice, everything is perfect, the law-abiding citizens and all this good stuff is fine, it makes sense, and we have to, obey and try to make the best out of it, the best way we can. Now, there are certain things that happens to you and comes to you when you are on the other side of life, where the law-abiding citizens and the rules, they don't really come together as much, and you have to deal with the things that you are faced with. For example, some people choose to go towards violence or drugs, right, by choice, because of the excitement, because of the challenge, because of the gains, right? If you're selling and this and that, and this whole glorification of the dark side through TV, movies, ads, and things, excite and attracts a lot of people. But there are situations like mine, for example, where you deal with all of that, but not as a choice, because you're thrown at it. I was thrown on the streets. I was 13 years old. And yes, I dealt drugs and sex and violence and guns and all that stuff. But it came with the environment that I was thrown at versus people that choose to follow these routes. And then when the boo boo hits the fan and the consequences come, most of them are not prepared for that because they just follow the cool parts of things and never really think of the consequence. Sometimes you think you can handle that consequence of the thrill, the excitement, the whatever comes with it. But if you fall, if it really happens to you, because a lot of times we think we're invincible, right? It's never going to happen to me. It happens to others, not me, because I am this. But then when it happens to you, boom, everything changes. Because at that point, you're exposed, you're right there. You have to own it. And then what you do? You cave You hide. You feel ashamed. And sometimes not even ashamed of who you are. Sometimes you're ashamed because you fell, right? You got caught and you can't believe it's happening to you. But some people are ashamed because they are doing all of this and they are not happy. But there is no option. You can say, yes, there's always an option if you want to get out. Yes, of course there are options, but they not all the ways come like that for you. For me, for example, it took almost 4 years until an unknown person, Mr. Paulo Cruz, as I always say his name, came in a moment of my life and gave me an opportunity and changed it. But throughout this period of time, I've done everything I could do to survive. And I felt very ashamed of myself for many times, many times. But also, if you put that together, for example, my concern with after school programs and all those things is one of the things that contributed for me to be on the streets. Because at least in Brazil, they have that rule: if you're not in school, you can participate in after school programs. So being on the streets and abused and hungry and all that stuff, and suddenly you see, a little soccer club, a little thing. So I don't play soccer either. You go in and try to participate on that and see if you can have a little bit of that fun. And because when you're 13 years old on the streets, all you want is to have a little fun. And I could never join anything because the first question that came out of these people's mouths was, "Are you in school?" And I said, "No." "Then you can't participate. You got to go and be in school so you can come back." Not a question. Why? You're not in school. Where are you sleeping? Are you eating? Are you doing anything? You know what I'm saying? So it was so difficult and so hard. And as a child, you feel badass, because I'm on the streets. I'm like, "Hey man, can I take a class here? Can I do this?" "No, you cannot go to school." Whatever, because we're all full with that reason in that demeanor. But in reality, we just wanted to be helped. We just want to be held. And it took me so long to get to this point, and after meeting good people and coming to my life and be able to accept the change, to be able to accept that opportunity and understand that yes, I can change it, but it has to be a lot more than just words, and I need to get the action and get my stuff together. This is the hardest part. I just talked about, survivor to thriver, right? Victim, survivor, thriver. We so get stuck in the survivor mode. The survivor mode is the easiest to get stuck because you are kind of, making the basics of your living, but you're afraid of doing the bigger leap and going towards the life of your dreams. But a lot of people get stuck even on victim mode when they see the podium and they climb that podium. The victim mode sucks because is everything that happens in your life is somebody else's fault. Is hard, is this, nobody gives me a chance, nobody likes me, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And you keep finding reasons why everything is wrong with everyone else except you. Whew. Complicated, super complicated. The hardest part is to deal with yourself, not with the other people, what people think or doesn't think or whatever. But if you take on that pressure and try to use that to justify why you're not doing the things you should be doing so your living can be much better, because your life is awesome, right? Life has nothing to do with your choices. Life is just an amazing thing that happened to you and you should be grateful for, because without it, nothing is going to happen. Impossible, right? But your living is entirely up to you. All the choices you can make and all the crap that's thrown at you, because life is life. You open that surprise egg and you don't know what's going to be inside. So many challenges, so many different things. For example, now we started the experiential workshop. Right? This is a look. This is a new tool that I'm learning here. I hope you can read that. The experiential workshop is trying to provide some tools to help people that aren't feeling great or believe they can use some extra elements to put on their tool belt to help in this journey to find that balance, to find the living of your dreams for an everyday. But now with this whole COVID stuff, how we deal with the vaccinated, unvaccinated, how we do this, how we do that. So we simply made a decision that for the January, February, the winter time, when you go inside and all that, not even knowing if we're actually going to be able to do it because we don't know what's coming. It's a few weeks away. It can get worse. Hopefully, it'll get better. But we decided that for a matter of safety and the fact that many of the people interested in participating are also immune compromised, that this first series will be for vaccinated people. And you have to give your proof of vaccine to enter and participate. But when the spring comes and we're able to use the outdoors, then we'll make sure that we create opportunities for vaccinated, for unvaccinated people, because there are so many elements we must consider when we're doing those things and make those decisions and trying to help in such a difficult time. Everybody has a different opinion. I have two young children at home. My mother-in-law is 73 years old, not in perfect health. So we need to balance so many things. And we thought, all right, so this beautiful winter is outside, and we will try to make sure that in this trial, because it's starting, is the beginning of everything. We're learning with everything. I'm sure that not everybody will be pleased, but at the end of the day, if we all sit down and bring that truth and that balance and try to understand in a broader range that nobody's obligated to do anything, but we do have to make some decisions and follow certain directions that allows us to keep moving forward positively. So wintertime, yes, vaccinated with vaccine cards. Spring, summer, fall, for everybody, and we will do awesomely together, coming together. So this is a truth that I have to own. And yes, there will be some backlash here and there, of course, in either direction. The same way when on Wednesdays I open to the group of parents and kids that like to come here and do science and arts and nature exploration and all that, but they're unvaccinated and unmasked. But there is only their group at the farm that day, not mixing with anyone else, all like minded individuals. I'm very flexible. I had a lot of backlash for that too. But again, it's us trying to figure out how to make things work in harmony. And this harmony comes when you own your truth, when you're not afraid of owning it, of being proud and not ashamed of who you are and the decisions that you're making. But you must feel safe. You must feel secure. You must feel that you are doing the right thing. And yeah, you know who you are. But if for some reason you're feeling left to the side, a little lost with excessive darkness or tremendous amount of light shining on you, come back home. Come here where you know who you are, all the things you've been through your whole life. Open the buckets of past achievements, the happy moments, the impossible moments, the stinky moments. The impossible moments, I call those moments that you thought, this is it, life is done, I can't do it, I can't handle anymore, I can't take it, so much stuff on me, bleh, I give up. And here you are. You made it. You went through, you passed through, you plowed through life, like Darren soon's going to plow through the snow that is outside. And the happy moments are the happy moments. You know, the moments that happened that you were happy, happy, you felt fulfilled, and you remember them. I believe this is all cumulative stuff. So I open that and I rejoice. I saved a lot of my happy moments into music. So I play certain songs, like When the Music's Over by The Doors. My favorite song in the whole world. I love that. I have so many memories in that song. And the stinky moments are all the bad stuff that you have done to others and to the universe that will inevitably come back to you. And it's going to come back to you because it's karma, right? What you do, you pay back. And until you are able to understand, accept, and own your own contributions to the living that you're living today, nothing's going to work. So come back home, reconnect with yourself, open your resources, accept your truth, accept your contributions to your living, and make the change. Go for it. Because it's all up to you. You're the only one that can do that. It doesn't matter if we give you tools, free workshops, love, hugs, money. Nothing is going to make it for you other than your effort and your true commitment to living the best life possible. And depending which stage you are, survivor, victim, thriver, the levels of complexity and hardship are going to be so much harder, especially if you're in a victim mode. This is the hardest to get out of because some people feel really comfortable when others feeling sorry for themselves. But you can do it. It's totally possible. And if you need some tools, subscribe to the workshop. Come January 22nd. It's going to be so freaking amazing. Now, you see, I don't even have to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube page anymore because this new software is allowing me to create these tiny little things. In the meantime, if you're looking for an opportunity to come to a magic place and connect with Mother Nature, see the beauty of vintage, old, historic buildings, learn American music history and a lot of cool stuff, come here, come visit the Silo Hunt Hill Farm. If you can bring 1 pound of non-perishable food that will be donating to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town, it will be awesome. Because at the same time, we are supporting the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals focused on number 1 and 2, eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. And of course, we got to thank the healthcare advocates, international folks, because they are fantastic, awesome people that are helping us keep the lights on and interested in providing tools and resources and help and love to our community and all the communities around the world. I want to wish you a fantabulous day. I can't wait to go outside and let my dogs play in snow. So have a fantabulous day filled with love, filled with good friends and truthful moments and opportunities for you to be proud of yourself, for you to own your truth in your life in beautiful ways with tons and tons and tons of positive vibrations always. Thank you.